Hi everyone. I want to review with you what I think is the most important part of Chapter 9. Chapter 9 is full of good material, but there's something that I'd like to present in a slightly different way. And what I really want to do is introduce you to my mother. My mother. Batty as a $3 bill. Lovely person. But if you've read this section on subordination, you've been thinking about sentences like, Melissa was reading a detective story while the national election results were being televised. Sure, great sentence. You know exactly what was going on. We could even break it into two small sentences. Melissa was reading a detective story. Or, the national election results were being televised. Sure, they're shorter. It's nice to put them together to make your ideas flow. But my mother would walk into a room and say, while the national election results were being televised, and walk back out. While they were being televised, what? She literally walked into a room one day and said pork chops and left. Fortunately, I'm her daughter. I had some idea what she was talking about. She's saying, let's have pork chops the day that we have Mary Lou and Judd come over. But if you read it in academic writing, I'm going to say, pork chops? Seriously? Let's see. When she made her first solo flight across the Atlantic, oops, there we go. And then my mother would stop. When she uses these subordinating conjunctions or relative particles, she would stop and have incomplete sentences. You can even say she made her first solo flight across the Atlantic. Period. No problem. That's a sentence. But when you've got these little words, if you say, because of the rain, and then stop, I'm going to start calling you Mom. When Mom talked out loud in normal conversation, of course she was using sentence fragments. Everyone does it. When you are writing academic writing, we need to follow all the formal conventions. Yes, every single grammar rule can be broken for a reason. But don't break them because you didn't bother learning them. My job in this course is to make you great at conventional academic writing so that in the future, when you're a poet or a content expert or a novelist writing a character who themselves has bad grammar, when you break those rules, it's for a reason. Not out of ignorance, it's because you're making a stylistic choice. So please, I beg you, in your written work, do not sound like my mother, because I won't know what you're talking about. Okay? Great. The way to not sound like my mother, later on in this chapter, the suggestion is, and this is our editing skill of the week, to read aloud. I want you to read one sentence and stop. Listen to yourself. If you sounded like Mom, please rewrite that sentence. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. I won't see you next time. This is an online course. All right, thanks so much.